everybody, Jason Wang with Century 21 Expert Advisors here in the Charleston Tri-County market. In this video, I just wanted to share with you 3 tips for selling a tenant-occupied property. So for those of you that are either seasoned investors, or maybe this is your first rental property, or if you tried to sell your home and it didn't sell, so you put a renter in there, yes, it is very possible to sell a tenant-occupied properties. We sell them all the time and we get really good results for our sellers. Now, the first tip when selling a tenant-occupied property is to make sure that you've got a very clear understanding of what the lease terms are that you have signed with your tenant. There's going to be a lot of fine print in there. There's going to be a lot of little things, and it's important that you're working with an agent who's diligent and is going to review this lease agreement with you to ensure that you're not overstepping boundaries, but also that you're not leaving money on the table or honoring things that simply aren't there within that lease agreement. Now, the second tip for you when selling a tenant-occupied property is to hire an agent who has aggressive marketing and a track record of selling tenant-occupied properties. Why? Because when you're selling a property that is technically owned by you, but it is somebody else's home, there's a lot of steps required to ensure that it is as seamless as possible. Is it going to be seamless? Not likely, but as seamless as possible is very important, and that's where the marketing comes into play. We want to give the potential buyers as good of an understanding and value proposition as we can without actually letting them into the property. This comes into marketing. If we can do an aggressive marketing campaign and do a really good job there, it will limit the number of showings because buyers will pre-qualify themselves out of it, thus limiting the frustration for your tenants because it is still their home. Tip number 3, ensure that you are on the same page with your tenants as well as your agents on the same page with your tenants, and they feel like they are not only being respected, but that you are taking the utmost precautions to ensure that you are not completely inconveniencing their life. A lot of sellers are very concerned that their tenants are going to basically give them backlash when they sell or if they try to sell, and that prevents them from ever attempting it. But in reality, if you follow the right steps and if you have an agent who has experience working with tenants, then it is very possible to ensure that the tenants are satisfied and that they're going to cooperate and they're going to do everything they can to ensure that they improve the saleability of the property. This includes making sure it's kept clean, being flexible with showings, not, saying bad things to potential buyers when they come by the property, not keeping a bunch of trash in the front yard, right? We want to make sure that they feel proud of where they live, but they also feel excited to be along the ride of actually getting the property sold. So once again, if you guys have any questions about selling a tenant-occupied property, you want to know what I've done to have really good results on selling properties tenant-occupied, many times sight unseen, feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions for you. As always, my direct number is 843-926-2055, and my email address is c21.jasonwang@gmail.com. Thanks for watching this short video, and I will see you guys on the next one.